Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. In the last episode, we ended up in the sewers, and this episode we're back on the, what is this, the second floor, first floor? I don't even know anymore. But, well, I guess it's technically the first floor. I guess the first part was technically outside the castle. I'm sure probably someone, like, called me out on that already, but whatever. Basically, we have the rocket chains. So we have another pair of rocket chains. These are, once again, the penultimate equipment. We're not going to bother equipping them, though, because we have the ultimate equipment that you find. So if you don't like use the old treasure badge thing and get a pair of 100-point pants, use the rocket chains. They are your next best option. They just, you know, minus 20 in every step besides the power from that. So it's not a huge decrease, I guess. I mean, they're the best ones in comparison to everything else, especially because you get a very nice power boost. And power is probably arguably the best stat. But anyway, so as you can see, there's another frozen thing, so that means, you know what, more lasers. Yay, repeat mechanics, how exciting. But basically, the way we do things now is we can't really reach any of the other lasers normally, as you saw before, because we couldn't do this before. So now we're going to be able to do this, though, but first we have to use the babies, basically, and we have to actually walk on sort of the ramparts or the outside border of all these rooms, which is kind of interesting, I guess, because, I mean, as you've already probably noticed, that there's enemies and items up here that you can't reach before, but now you can actually. So now we finally have access to all these nice items we saw, which is a huge pain for like perfectionist me when I'm starting this game, because I'm like, oh my god, there's so many items up here and I can't get any of them. But anyway, baby quest. We get the babies gonna go all on their own, take down Shroob Castle, and because they're on their own, you really should not be fighting anything up here, because babies, like, they're still not that good at fighting. So they're freaking babies. I mean, come on. Sure, they have hammers and stuff, but that just means that the enemies can use even worse attacks. So, basically, there's a bunch of ghoul guys up here. They're really the only thing you have to avoid, and they're not the hardest thing to avoid. I kind of think that, I mean, ghoul guys, even though, are still kind of hard for the babies, because, basically, you know, they usually come with other enemies, and it's usually stuff like Shroob's Rex, or those, Snooze Orbs, or Shroob's Worth. Basically, a bunch of enemies that the babies really cannot handle, so, especially when they get powered up, then you're really in trouble. So basically, run from all the fights you can, unless, you know, they actually end up being easier fights. Then, I mean, I guess you could try to fight them if you want to try to get experience, but usually not recommended to do so. Anyway, I bring the babies back over here because, well, for starters, we're going through this part of Shroob Castle. It's full of soul bubbles, and you want your access to your really good bros items, your copy flowers, your mixed flowers. So once you open that gate, there's really no reason to keep the babies over there. There's a warp pipe right there. It's actually kind of handy. So make you good use of the warp pipes in this area. Unlike Gritzy Desert, Gritzy Desert. Unlike Gritzy Desert, there are actual warp pipes around this castle to help you, you know, keep your group together, at least a decent amount together. So take good advantage of them. That's a good thing. Now, once again, this is the recording that has this is like a re-recording of a section that I lost in the middle of my giant mass like Endgame recording session. So all the stuff that happens here isn't exactly canon. I'll actually show the legit final stats at the end of this video because this is the last part of the dropped recording session. But so basically, I believe in that one, I actually got max HP with both, or not, like I think I got min HP with Baby Mario as usual, and max HP with Baby Luigi because he just always gets max HP except for the one time where it doesn't matter. Kind of funny. Anyway, more beans because we just need more beans apparently, and you could go to the other side. You need to leave the adult bros here because only the adult bros can access this section, but they have no way of getting to the other sections. So the adult bros have to go to this laser, and then we have to take the babies all the way to the other end of the castle and use that laser. Now, you can go the short way if you want. I'm going to go the long way around the castle and pretty much cover all of this little upper area here that you can do with the babies, because there are a lot of good items you can get up here, and, you know, may as well show them off, you know, more item, free stuff, it's free stuff. I mean, the Shroobs are like, hey, there's all these blocks that apparently we just want to store items in for our heroes to use, even though, you know, we don't ever use any of these items anyway, you know. You think they, like, destroy them or burn them, or sit there shoot them with their little zappy zap lasers, I don't know, but why not? So over here is well, there's a lot of goodies down here actually. There's like a huge stockpile of goodies down there. Look at all that stuff. Look at all this stuff. I want all of it, except most of it, like 99% of it is coins. So we're already at over 3,000 coins. We're never gonna go back and use these, so kind of useless. But we have some red shells at least, so that's cool. One-up supers, those are always cool. I'm glad to get some of those. One-up supers obviously are healing item of choice when our bros die, as opposed to the one-up mushrooms. Anyway, more ghoul guys. You have to kind of time it so they're rushing at you, and then you can kind of time the jump. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world, especially because, you know, you can't maneuver around them. There's no room to go around them. You're very stuck on this very narrow pathway. There's really not much mobility up here. But they're not too bad to dodge at times. I mean, there could be worse enemies for sure. Try dodging a freaking Shroob's worth up here. That'd be impossible. But unfortunately, at times you will fight them. Now here I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm actually going to show off using 2 out of the 3 peppers. I'll show off the other pepper at the end of this video probably. But red peppers, they'll increase your fire. As you can see, their breath is on fire. They're like, oh my god, it burns! Which is probably unfortunate. But, yeah, so we're going to be fighting a ghoul guy and a Shroob's worth. But I'm going to run away because as you can see, the ghoul guy will power up the Shroob's worth. And even with your own power defense boosted, you do not want to be fighting a pissed off Shroob's worth. It will wreck your babies pretty fast. That guy is not fooling around, so don't really mess with him. And here, if this section looks familiar, this is actually the section that the babies had to go to rescue baby Princess Peach before. So, like I said, this is still the same Peach's castle in the past, just all shroobified. Love how you just turn that into a word. Shroobified. We're a verb. And in here, you will find the last. Get it. There we go. The last bit of the penultimate armor. So that's 2 space chargers, 2 rocket genes. So if you don't get any ultimate armor, that's your combination you choose. Well, you might want. No, you don't want the Paraslax, that's for sure, because speed isn't really going to be helpful for boss fights. But the stash genes, those might be useful, especially if you have the Lucky Badge A that we got last time. So the stash genes plus the Lucky Badge, pretty good combination to have. So you might want to try using that as well. You know, so yeah, I guess that's a demonstration of all the peppers. I'm surprised that there's only 3 peppers though. There's only you can only increase your power, your defense, and your speed. Even the enemies can only increase those 3 stats, or Ice Flowers can only lower these 3 stats. Nothing ever messes with stash. Makes you wonder if they program like stash points for the enemies. Then again, they never get lucky hits on you anyway, so I guess not. No Shroobs can have stashes. That's illegal. It'd be kind of cool if you had a stash pepper though. Like it would just increase your stash like 30 points temporarily. Like Luigi will just be like eating a pepper and also be like, "Oh my god, my mustache!" And it'll just grow like 20 sizes. I want to see a picture of that now. Just like Luigi just like eating a mushroom. Also, he has like this giant like Western mustache going on. Just freaking epic epic stash Luigi. We need a picture of that now. Anyway, so here's the last bit of the laser here. So you hit the little lasers, and of course it's gonna fight the other one. Kind of a weird laser system. Why would you want why would you be pointing your lasers inside your castle? Wouldn't you want them to be like pointing outside the castle? And B, why would you be A, you're aiming at them each other, so when they just like blow each other up, if there wasn't like weird ice blocks in the way, who knows? Then again, maybe those aren't lasers, they're like some sort of weird unlocking method. I don't know, Shroobs, explain why you have such weird devices in your castle. It doesn't make any sort of sense. Then again, when has this game ever made any sort of sense? We're fighting purple alien toads, for crying out loud. And these toads can actually kick our ass. Like, that's the thing that makes sense the least. You're fighting toads that can essentially kill you. That makes no sense. But anyway, a Shroob Bomb, obviously I can handle that one, so we're gonna fight that one through. And we're gonna max mushrooms, that's always appreciated. Gotta love your max mushrooms. Gotta love your mushrooms, kids. It's like Popeye teaches you to eat spinach, Mario teaches you to eat mushrooms, Bugs Bunny teaches you to eat carrots. That's a bit less likely, I guess. Remember, kids, eat your mushroom. Remember, kid, eat flowers you find in the street. I'll let you shoot fire or ice if they're blue. So yeah, basically, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. But head over to here, once again, take advantage of your warp pipes. So you can bring the other bros over here, and it's time to say goodbye to this floor for good this time. No more will you have to endure this is a really huge floor. There's so many rooms in this floor. Not nearly as much as this floor right here, and of course it's very symmetrical, so there's a beam down here as well. I mean, you kind of have to go through, like, you pretty much have to climb Shroob Castle twice, which is kind of weird. So, well, let's just keep going, I guess. Oh my god, there's so many enemies. Well, okay, dodge, damn it. Yeah, these enemies are kind of tough to dodge. Interesting combination here, though. A Shroob's Rex, a Shroob's Worth, and a Ghoul Guy. I mean, I guess if you still haven't gotten your pants and you still have your treasure badges, here's a nice chance. Or even if you don't, I mean, it's not like you can't get the 100-point pants or the Supreme Select without the treasure badge. It's just a lot harder because the enemies don't always drop the items, as you see. So, yeah. And also, there's a ton of Shroob guys there. Luckily, we haven't answered that. We have mixed flowers. I mean, they're pretty much like what you use. If you have all 4 of your bros, then like just use mixed flowers on every enemy because they just decimate them. They fix everything. They're like freaking duct tape. That's right, duct tape fixes everything, and mixed flowers fix even more. They fixed that fight too, there we go. Mixed flowers everywhere. And yes, that's right, I did just compare mixed flowers to duct tape. Mixed flowers, the duct tape of the Mario-verse. Okay, so we get 25. I think this is the last level up I can get. I don't remember if I ever actually reached 25 with the babies, especially because there's not really many enemies left at this point. There's very few enemies left, and the babies are still pretty far behind. They just got a level like 2 seconds ago. Not 2 seconds ago. That was a approximation that wasn't even close at all. But here we go. The bookshelf shuffle over here. This will let us get up there and get some items, and it will also let us access previous sections. I guess if you want to keep trying to grind for the ultimate clothing, that would be a good way to do so, because you can go back and fight enemies, like the soul bulb right there. But, I mean, at this point we already have them, so no reason to go over there, no reason to backtrack. So let's go onward. Please pick up the babies, thank you. And Luigi like, no, we will not pick up the babies, we will stare at this goddamn wall, and there's nothing you can do about the babies. Like, but. And then, yeah, and they're like, fine. Alright, some more items, and the last floor of Peach's Castle coming up, or Shroob Castle, Peach's Castle, same thing really, I guess you can call it either way. Coming up right here, well, we're here at the statue, and as expected, there's actually a path up to the upper part, so that's kind of convenient. But first, items over here, and once again, it's another little way to backtrack to the previous section. So they pretty much linked all the sections here. You have the pipes at the beginning of the area. You have a couple sections in here now where you can basically go back. There's pretty much one every floor, actually, a way to get back up here. So now you pretty much have full access to Shroob's Castle, which is pretty nifty. I mean, it's almost easier to navigate Shroob's Castle right now than it is to navigate freaking Princess Peach's Castle. Like, why couldn't we have warp pipes in there to bring us all to different floors? No, we have to walk up and down and up and down. So many ramps in that stupid little castle. Honestly, this one of the flaws a lot of people have in this game is, like, you know, having to use Peach's Castle as like a sort of a hub instead of like something important. I don't really know if I like having like a hub in an RPG. It's kind of weird. You know, just a place you go and then you go to new areas. It's very choppy, I guess. I mean, just splits the game into concrete segments. I'm not sure if that's a really good thing. Anyway, spin jump over here. I like the fact that there's a ramp up here instead of stairs. I mean, you can't even say we're climbing like the stairs. This place is handicap friendly. That's right. They made Shroob Castle wheelchair friendly. The handicap can come up here to die. Yeah. Anyways, so once again, final section of the game. Let's go on ahead into the statue. So yeah, now, I mean, obviously by now you want to be equipping your best items. If you don't have the Shroob stuff, you want to do your little space armor, which kind of interesting. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense that the penultimate area is named after space. I mean, rockets or space trousers or whatnot. By the way, this is the last pipe to lead you to the section. So now to the beginning of the section. So once again, last call to go to Back to the Future or the present and to go buy stuff. You know, not that there's really much to buy. We already have like the best equipment. Obviously, you'll have the space stuff by now. Space. In space, no one can hear you breathe. In space, no one can hear you die. Isn't that like the quote from freaking Friday the 13th? Part 6, 12 billion, whatever, how many movies there are. I don't know, there's like a Friday the 13th in space. I don't really watch horror movies that much, so I have no idea. And that is what that conversation will be as we climb this long staircase, because clearly talking about Friday the 13th is more important than talking about the actual game. But you're basically going to find a bunch of every kind of mushroom here, and the next room you actually find every kind of mushroom drop, so different restocks and items, there's really no reason to go back to the past. They just gave you 3 of every, like, freaking bro item except for, your green shells and your bro flowers. Why would you ever use either of those? Green shells are trumped by red shells, and the fire flowers are trumped by every kind of flower ever. Your bro flowers, your bro. There's no bro flowers. Or no, that's actually that's what I'm talking about. They're not fire flowers, they're bro flowers. Kind of weird that they call them ice flowers and bro flowers. Fire is now represented by bro fist. Anyways, the Cobalt Star Shard being a huge douche and running away. I don't know how Stuff will communicate it with it. I don't know. It's not even making any noise. It's just sitting there like glowing. As you read like the little light reflections off it. Hey, that light pattern means he says this. That light pattern means he's hungry. Okay. Or maybe it's making little noises. Maybe it's making like little Banjo-Kazooie noises, like a little really bad Banjo-Kazooie impression. But then again, whatever. I'm referencing like everything and a half in this little climb here. But anyway, so Stuffle appears once time. I actually like this a little bit. His forecastation sensors warns you. It's a nice little way for them to basically say, once you pass through this door, you will never be able to go back. Well, actually, that's a lie. You technically will be able to go back, but there's a lot to do after you pass this door, and there's no way to go back beforehand. So save up now, because, yeah, it's basically your little, like, you know, point of no return section that they have in every RPG, where it's like, up, now you either have to, you know, either go back or you go on and beat the end of the game. That means we're actually at the end of this episode. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out in the next episode. That's right, we're at the top of the statue. The final fight with the Shroobs begins now.